Merry meet and fare thee well. Settle in for a story with me, Astin Gaël. Thank you so much for being here today. This is your every other day collective message for June the 8th. Happy Monday. What do you have in store for this week? Drop it in the comments below. If you find enjoyment, satisfaction, or maybe even something helpful from these videos, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, drop a hello in the comments, and if you subscribe, make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on an upload. Have you seen the shorts feed? Did you know that if you identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and or are an indigenous person, you qualify for a 100% free tarot reading from me? Go check out the shorts feed for the details. Everything else you need to know is in the description box down below. We are working our way through what there is to love about a man, identifying aspects of healthy masculinity, and yes, that is an aspect that is in both me and you, regardless of what we have in our pants, okay? Today's theme is dreams, and we will try to create a short story about dreams with our tarot cards after we read the excerpt. I dreamed I was in my car. There was no steering wheel, and I just couldn't get to wherever I was going. I called for help and no one answered. I woke up drenched in sweat and with my heart pounding. I dreamed I was Peter Pan, but this woman in an apron came and clipped my wings, and I fell for what seemed like eternity. I don't remember what happened next. I dreamed I was shipwrecked on a desert island inhabited by gorgeous women. They were all too busy to notice me. I dreamed I was in a room full of men, sort of like the annual sales meeting, but different. One at a time, we were given instructions, and when it was my turn, B-52 bombers filled the sky, and I couldn't hear what the man in charge was saying. I dreamed I was doing what I had always wanted to do, and that I had a family that I cherished, and that I was living a kind of heaven on earth. When I woke up, I opened my eyes, and there I was, lying next to you. I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine from Blue Sky. Their display name on Blue Sky is Creative Crone. I will put the link to their Blue Sky here. They do dream interpretation services. So if you find yourself waking up from a dream similar to any of those dreams in the excerpt and you think, what does it mean to be Peter Pan in my dream and have a woman that looks like my mother clip my wings? I would kind of want to know too, and Runa can help you out with that. They are a very nice person. All right, dream, 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 dream. Ba-na-na. When I think about you, all I have to do is dream. All right, so tell me about the dream world. What's going on in the astral? Justice. something is being balanced in the dream world. Justice. The Six of Wands. The Three of Swords. Shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. And the Four of Wands. So, first of all, I'm seeing both like victory, overcoming something, overcoming shame, overcoming regret, overcoming guilt, and then a celebration that results from overcoming these obstacles. I also want to say maybe overcoming heartache with the Three of Swords showing up here. And that is what's bringing balance in the dream world. So, I don't want to say you're like null and void of nightmares, but if you were experiencing nothing but nightmares, now you have the occasional dream where, for some reason I'm hearing like the ice cream man. Now you have the occasional dream where you're 7 years old again and your mom says, yeah, it's okay to grab some change and go out and get an ice cream from the ice cream man. I also want to say that my therapist said when my back just, holy shit, that was quite an adjustment. So there's some balancing in this space, in the heart space. That's part of that overcoming the shame and the regret and the guilt. And I was gonna say, my therapist told me that when you basically have dreams that you happen to know are things that really happen to you, it's your subconscious mind's way of fully integrating a memory that you have yet to be able to work through. And so if some of the dreams, or if some of your memories masquerading as nightmares are things that you've finally been able to work through, you're now able to see these memories as kind of melancholy. And I don't really want to support this industry anymore, but I can't help but see the image from Inside Out, the Pixar film, where the emotions start colliding. And so those core memories of the main character's childhood are not all sad, but they're not all happy either. And they're not all angry, but they're not all disgust either. Like when you start to realize that every memory has a bit of cognitive dissonance to it, you might be in the process of integrating some old memories and being able to find forgiveness for the people that you perceived have wronged you, happiness for the way that something you thought was wrong actually played out, and was right, you know? Yeah, the twists and turns along the path that we think are, taking us away from our perceived desires oftentimes are leading us to a place of celebration and joy. So, okay, last card, the Four of Pentacles. And usually the Four of Pentacles is so easy to see it as I don't want to say desperate, because it's not really desperate, but like a stage 5 clinger. But when it comes to one's abundance, this one is so happy and so like there's hints of love, that there's hearts right there if you look closely enough. And these definitely remind me of poppies, which very happy feelings promised there. If you know, you know. There's a sense of finding contentment in the things that were not given to you. And I don't want to say the things that weren't earned, but maybe that too. Maybe. What suffering had I allowed myself to endure to teach me the appreciation for the nice things that were to come when I surrendered to the process? Okay. Tell me more about this Six of Wands. Okay, so you are experiencing some victories in your 6th house, your day-to-day routines, and possibly also your fitness or health. Cool, getting that body right. King of Pentacles upright. And the Six of Cups. 666. So you are experiencing victory in, overcoming cravings and desire. Did I think that I needed that? What is it that made me crave such nice things? And am I a better off person for figuring out how to stop needing those overly expensive and also not as nice as you actually think that they are? It's fool's gold. You're experiencing a victory over fool's gold. People can't fool a person who knows that what they have is perfectly fine. They're happy with what they have and who they are. Okay, so tell me more about the shame, regret, and guilt that has been overcome. Yeah, you've gone through a metamorphosis when it comes to the Four of Cups in the Rider-Waite is a person that's sitting there looking at these 3 cups that have been spilled. They can only see the amount of love that has been lost. They can't see that there's a cup that's literally just hanging in the air. It's got wings. It's a divine offer, divine intervention, and it's just at their shoulder, and they can't see. What is it? You can't see the forest for the trees. You can't see the bigger picture when you're staring at the minutia. And that is what keeps you in shame and regret and bullshit, honestly. It's all bullshit. And you've gone through a metamorphosis that has essentially taken you out of a space where you'll ever miss that divine intervention. There's always going to be eyes all around you, looking out for the opportunities that arise. Okay, tell me about this celebration. Okay, so you might be going out on like a lake, or yeah, just going out on a boat. Um, might be going on vacation somewhere tropical, or that has large bodies of water. What else about this celebration? And this might be a offer from a page of cups, a page or knight of cups. So a younger Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Gender does not matter here. It never does in the tarot. But this is somebody, I don't really want to say that they're like a fuck boy, but they they come at love in a very playful manner. They're not exactly looking for long-term commitment, but they do want to celebrate you. Okay. What does this Page of Cups want to say? It's interesting to me that you're coming out in a King of Pentacles energy, and there's, somebody that's a page or a Knight of Cups that's like, I, I want to help you celebrate. Okay, what do they want to say? Okay, so first things first, they want to say that this isn't necessarily a romantic offer. They kind of see you as like a bro or like a sis. They want at least to start as just kind of friends. The name Grace could be significant, or they want you to give them grace. Maybe they're kind of awkward in their approach. And that's what I was getting whenever I was seeing like Page or Knight of Cups. Oftentimes people do interpret it as like a fuck boy energy. I think this person is just young, like young minded at least. And the way that they approach love might be kind of awkward, it's kind of reminding me of like the first time that you make out with somebody in their bed, and it's just just all hands, and none of them are where they're meant to be. um Okay, I hope you're not going out on a boat sometime between November the 28th and December the 5th, unless maybe this person wants to take you on a vacation sometime in the fall and, take you yeah, I did say somewhere tropical, didn't I? So that's actually a fairly decent season if you're going down south. But those dates might be significant. November the 28th through December the 5th. So it's like a celebration of harvest season. You have a harvest coming this year. And I think maybe that's the insistence on staying in this Four of Pentacles energy, this contentment with what you have. Okay, what else does this Page of Cups want to say? Okay, well, they think that you are absolutely stellar. And I don't think that that word gets used very often. So, they think you're kind of almost alienish, from the stars. But also just that you are a big star. And I'm hearing that song by Kenny Chesney. She was a big star at Banana Joe's bar, where she drank every night. She said if you work hard to get where you are, it feels good in the hot spotlight. She was a big star. And that song affirms what I've been saying. Like, I think maybe part of the integration that's happening for you in the astral realm is due to the hard work and discipline that you've been putting in here on the 3D. Um, you know, you're doing the hard work, and that is affording you the castle in the sky that someone was gonna hand the keys to you just for free back in the day, but they also wanted you to know that, like, they don't really fully trust you. And that's kind of interesting because it's like in this Four of Pentacles energy, maybe you have started to learn that not all money is good money. There is such a thing as like hush money or blood money, and that money does not feel good. You don't like receiving it. Okay, this Page of Cups also wants you to understand that they will never, they're not going to force anything. They don't want to like keep you. You know what I mean? They don't want to be your keeper. They don't want to put a collar on you and walk you around like a dog. They want to celebrate you and then let you be. They'd like to be a part of your life, but only as much as you want and or need. And you could be poly. They want you to understand that you know, you are not theirs and they are not yours. And, you know, you're free to love who you love. Happy Pride, by the way. Okay. And then last but not least, there's something that you are meant to be writing. And you have not gotten to work on that yet. I'm not saying that this Page of Cups is like, you know, like telling you to get to work, but I want to say that maybe they're very interested to see what comes of this work. And so, you know, they're gently telling you to get to work, because they know that this is your calling, that you are meant to convey something, and it is going to be of value. All right, that's all I have for you today. Until next time, be well, be you.